meal, mass appeal. Everybody show up cause they know I'm here. Every week I be on the she think
it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello everybody, Ernie Johnson here for 2K Sports alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Just a few games left before the NBA playoffs and the final seeding starts.
It's time for some hoops at FedEx Forum, home of the Grizzlies, and we're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. For the Memphis Grizzlies, they won their last contest, that game against the Jazz in Utah.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Well, also great execution. Let's not forget about that. Being active gets you only so far if you lack the discipline.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. We've got Bojan Bogdanovic. Kemba Walker is out there with Booker. Then there's Nikola Mirotic, and it's Richardson in at the 3 slot. Walker's shot is off. The Grizzlies on offense. One of the more down-to-earth players in this league is Otto Porter Jr.
And yeah, he once said, I never eat at restaurants. I'm a simple guy in all aspects of my life. We see that on the court. He doesn't draw a lot of attention to himself. He just focuses on the work.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. No good from Booker. Thompson with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. This is the first meeting of the season between these teams, and he stressed to his guys the need to rely on their instincts at the offensive end. He said we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses without forcing things. If we keep doing that, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if they can keep that up tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. So the goal is to come out early and get their shooters into a good rhythm right away.
And of course, that's always a goal. But the meaning behind it is that he wants them to play good, smart basketball, not taking too many chances.
Oh, yeah, Greg, you're exactly right. High percentage shots. That's the important thing. No hero basketball. Nobody playing out of control.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
Mirotic's shot is off.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Richardson against Porter. Chris, of current players who could eventually become coaches, who would you put in that category? There are a lot of brilliant guys that play this game, think the game through so well.
Chris Paul, Ariza, those guys come to mind for some reason to me. Klay Thompson,
yes,
he comes to mind. And I don't know if it's the personality that I see these guys in or if it's the way that they approach the game. But, those guys come to mind. I definitely can see them taking the game to another level once they're playing days.
It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. Second, Andre Drummond.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Walker against Favors. Walker dishes to Bogdanovic. Will it go? He lays it in.
And how about the fearlessness from Bogdanovic? Doesn't pay the D any mind. He enjoys sticking it to them there in the paint.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Fox kicks to Favors. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. 1:11 left in the first quarter. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it falls over the rim and in. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Outside, Walker kicks it to Booker. Pass pass to Mirotic. Fires the three. Sinks the triple. Mirotic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And this is what Mirotic does best. A knockdown three-ball specialist. Doesn't hesitate to pull the trigger.
And a wide open look for Porter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
Well, the defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy passing.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Fox against Walker. Booker outside. Passes it to Bogdanovic. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Bogdanovic has got his second bucket.
And Bogdanovic, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
Fox kicks to Thompson. Moves back up. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Fires from deep. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And you see the work Drummond has put into passing the ball. Solid at spotting the open man.
Here's Booker. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so it's Memphis with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I think they played great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
We've got Otto Porter Jr. Andre Drummond is out there with Favors. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And you talk about that quick twitch athletes have. De'Aaron Fox is a blur in the lane. Chris, definitely an attack guard.
Oh, yeah, and it's not just his quickness, Kevin. I mean, it's his mentality, his aggressiveness. He's very competitive. He wants to impose his will on the game, and I love that.
Porter looking it over. Walker against Fox. To the inside, Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Man, it's so fun watching Thompson catch fire. He's such an elite scorer. He only needs a few to fall to get it going.
Booker the pass to Mirotic. Outside, Walker. Charlotte again missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Thompson. And Drummond kicks to Porter. Shot clock at 5. A 17-footer. Kept alive. Here's Favors. And finally they hit one.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's part of what makes him a great player. His effort level always stays high.
Charlotte calls timeout, and this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
An interconference matchup. They faced these guys twice a season, and last year they took both games.
Now here's Walker, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Looking to end the run. Hits the three-point bomb. The son of former NBA coach Bernie Bickerstaff, JB got his first head coaching job here in Memphis.
Yeah, I played for his father, such an intense coach and with a deep playbook. And after Fizdale was fired, JB was named the Grizzlies interim head coach. Before that, he had been an assistant in Charlotte, Minnesota, Houston. He's a young guy, but he's been around basketball a long time.
And here's Bogdanovic following Otto Porter's three. On the wing, Booker over Thompson. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Booker.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall. Porter
passes to Fox. Drummond. Count that one. Drummond's got the lead up to 13 now for Memphis.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a phenomenal rebounder. You almost need two players to box out Drummond.
Booker against Thompson. Booker outside. There's the pass to Mirotic. Back to Booker. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Oh, and throughout his career, Drummond has averaged more than a block per game. He really goes all out on defense.
And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Here's Fox. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Now here's Porter, and there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
32 seconds left here in the second. Fox kicks to Porter.
I love the way Walker plays defense. He gets right in the grill of his man.
No good from outside. Here's Richardson. Porter with a block. Pass to Drummond. Favors with the wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. With 1 on the clock. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. Memphis came out looking very confident. They had great chemistry early on, both offensively and defensively, stringing together an impressive 8-0 run to jump on top early. They ended up leading by 6 at the end of the first quarter. Then in quarter number, that about.
We're back with you here in Memphis, Tennessee. A gorgeous look at the skyline here in the birthplace of rock and roll. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Richardson is out there with Bogdanovic. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Mirotic. And it's Walker in at the 1 spot. Well, C-Web, Andre Drummond, the 9th pick in 2012. Some teams had questions about his competitive spirit. Thought he was a little too passive with UConn.
His off-the-court personality might have fed into that. I heard he's a big teddy bear, but that hasn't stopped him from beasting on the court here in the association.
You know, for years, the adage has been that, C-Web, big men take longer to develop than other positions. Does that still ring true today?
I don't think so. I think today the point guard position, because the point guard position is the toughest position in the game. I think when the big men did take the longest to develop it is because the big man position, the center and power forward, were the toughest, and that's kind of changed. Cat and B didn't take very long to develop. Big men coming to the league, they're more polished now, and I think the fact that the coaches are the coaching, the skill sets now are so much more alike that guys can make an easier adjustment to the game because they've been playing their game and adjusting a lot longer than maybe the players before that had to find a different role once they entered into the pros.
And so here's Memphis. Memphis leading by 12. Now here's Fox. 6 points for him. Thompson with the bucket.
Well, he's been the safety valve for them on every possession. So dependent.
And so Booker will bring it up for Charlotte. Charlotte calls timeout.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You look at the Pacers. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, Charlotte. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And checking out Charlotte, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
The talent's not there, Greg. Plain and simple. You can't fault their effort, but they just don't have the roster to compete with the big boys.
And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on.
I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
It's Drummond, high post. Porter outside. Mirajic grabs the miss.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway. He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Passes it to Thompson. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And finished off by Porter.
Long arms of Porter. Excellent at using them to snatch up offensive rebound.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
No good from Booker.
Thought he was going to be able to take advantage of the D there. He had the space.
To the paint. Here's Thompson. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. And Walker kicks to Booker. Just 4 to shoot. Looking to get back on track here. Good D by Thompson.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
And Fox gets it to go.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and it's been a team game, a number of contributions. Guys staying focused. That's why the league continues to grow.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. There's Walker with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
And Walker is what we call thirsty. He's thinking of firing as soon as he gets the rock. Great presence of mind from the point guard.
From deep, Richardson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Klay Thompson is... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Drummond. Porter is out there with Favors. Then it's Thompson, and it's Fox in at the point. And here's Walker. Following Otto Porter's 3. Porter against Richardson. Outside, Walker. The shot from the low post is good.
And for a guy who only stands 6'1", I mean, Walker can be a strong finisher in the painted area.
Thompson outside, tipped away. Here's Drummond. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Charlotte calls timeout.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Now Booker. Back to Walker. There's the three. And it's Fox with the rebound.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
He kicks it to Favors. Over Bogdanovich, and another basket for Memphis.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantages they hold in this game.
Here's Booker. Derek Favors making his last shot. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Booker. Charlotte no good that time either.
Gets the look he wants and still no luck. Tough night for him.
Porter against Richardson. Thompson passes to Fox. Drummond trying to get himself free. Fox no good.
Oh, that's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him there.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Now, he's doing what he can do to dig them out of this hole, but I think he's going to have to turn it up even more.
Pass to Drummond. Shoots over Mirotic, and that one's good. Drummond's got 4 this quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Grizzlies.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Klay Thompson.
Just the scoring alone. I mean, it's a fantastic game for him. He was just going over, around, through the defense, I mean, all day long.
Here's Fox. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Fox kicks to Favors, and the pass to Drummond. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovich. That is his first foul of the game. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Nene, he's checked in for Drummond. Anderson comes in for Derek Favors. Bridges, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's DeLon Wright in for Fox. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Okafor is checked in for Mirotic. OG Anunoby comes in for Bogdanovich. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Booker. And it's Harrison in for Walker. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Harrison, no good. So it's the Grizzlies now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And here is Wright. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They won this game. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.